Hello pedestrians, welcome back to the channel of H-Ero. This will be part 25 for A Town Uncovered. So, this is the final episode of where we complete that current objective of meeting people across town and asking them questions about the history of the town and the mystery of the ghost lady and the secrets of the other world underneath the lake or the beach. So, this is the end for that objective, guys, for the main story. It's been a blast, guys. Even though my reading skills was like poorly in these couple last episodes, man, hopefully you can like bypass that and just enjoy the story for what it is, because it is interesting. The story is interesting, and I'm looking forward where the story takes off after this, cause dang. And also, just a quick spoiler, guys, one of my favorite characters is back here again. Oh man, I'm looking forward to this episode. Hopefully you guys know who my favorite character is. He's back at it again, baby. So let's just dive right in, and hopefully you get to see this funny interaction with these two particular characters. So let's just start, guys. Hello pedestrians, welcome back to the channel of H-Ero, and we will just be continuing on A Town Uncovered, and this will be part 25. Man, 25, halfway of 100. I mean, not halfway, 1/4 of a way of 100. So last time, in the last couple parts, we've been trying to complete the story, the part of the main story of talking to everyone and trying to find out the mysteries of the other world, the history of the town, the mystery, the secrets, all that stuff. And we're trying to get some clues from everyone that we have in contact with. So we talked to Sam, Grundle Sam, Jaden, not Jaden, Janae, the three Megan girls. We tried talking to Effie, but like she turned us down. And we're talking to Jacob, which gave us a hint to talk to Edward. Also, with I think her name is Jaden, right? Jaden. We're talking with Edward as well. So we did talk to Edward. I know it's kind of a bit weird for me not to read a lot of lines, but I was just dying back then, guys. And now we're talking to Cole, because I've been trying to find this guy, and he wasn't here in the afternoons. He was only here in the mornings in the cafeteria, or in the evening somewhere near Hendai's. So we're gonna continue reading his story, and let's find out what else we will find with him, actually. So let's just start. Some people say that some of the tunnels stood intact, and that some people survived, staying alive on water that came from underground canada and rocks, and feeding themselves on the corpses of the dead miners, waiting for a rescue that would never come. Slowly raising their minds, slowly losing their minds, and digging, trying to find their way outside with their bare hands. Legend says that if they were ever get out, they will be mutated cannibal mutants, are ready to enact revenge on the town that forgot about them. Okay, that's a bit of a stretch, isn't it? Is it? Back in the 70s, a few teenagers disappeared when they apparently found a secret exit that led into one of the tunnels of the mines. The only thing that was found in them? Clothes that seemed to be clawed off of their bodies and left in rags. Luckily, the cannibals could feast upon their naked bodies. Creepy. I heard their stories of few summers ago. Back then, it kept me awake for 2 nights straight. Doesn't help that I'm claustrophobic, so I had many nightmares of being trapped in the mines with the cannibals after me. It's a cool story, Cole. Thanks for telling me. No problem, dude. Hope it satisfies your curiosity a bit. It does, but I feel like I should find some more stories like that before I call it a day, you know? Oh, in that case, you should go chat with Violet at the beach. With Violet? Yeah, she says she's been witnessing some weird shit happening at the beach. I don't really recall what it was, but it had her pretty freaked out one day. I'll ask her next time I see her. Thanks again, man. You've been a big help. It's nothing, dude. That's what friends are for. Anyway, if you excuse me, I gotta go clean some green goop boxes. Something I'm not looking forward to, as you imagine. What's up with that, by the way? I ordered some lava lamps I was planning to sell around town, but the idiots at the post office pretty much smashed every single one of them when they left them at my storage unit, so now they're leaking that flooding liquid. Been procrastinating about getting them out now, but now that I have shipments of scented candles coming up, I need the space. Scented candles? You know, you would not believe me how easy it is to sell them when they are in season. Right now, at home yoga and meditation are very popular, so they sell like hot bread since they help set the mood when you try it. For that, you never know when you could use some extra mood lighting, you know? I get you. Well, don't let me stop you. Nice talking to you, man. Glad I was any help. You sure were, Cole. Thanks again. See you later. Do be strange. So let me just check. I clear the side story of Violet. Yeah, see, like this is the end of Violet's side story for the end of Violet's side story for now. So that's it for Violet, guys. It's just to get naked and that's it, you're done. So now that we're nude, let's see if we could talk to her now. Hi, Violet. Hey, John. Nice to see you. Sorry, I didn't catch up with you. I didn't catch you in the middle of work. Nah, I'm just in the middle of some mild paperwork. Gotta do it once in a while. Keep an inventory of all my equipment and report any incident worth noting. It's nothing too difficult, but it could get tedious at times. I can imagine. Say, I actually wanted to ask you about a certain incident. You got something to report? Great. It's just 3 more pages of paperwork for me then. Are kids painting obscene graffiti on the rocks again? I told those little scamps, I would have their parents force them to clean and paint all the rocks with their toothbrushes and they did it again. No, I'm not reporting anything. And last time I checked, the rocks were just fine. I just wanted to ask you something about the beach. Oh, good. You saved me a morning migraine then. Sure, dude. What can I help you with? Well, I heard a rumor circling around town about something weird going on the beach that you come to take notice of. I was hoping to find out what it was from the source rather than trust some random rumors. Whoa, aren't you a noisy little man? What got you so interested about it? I don't mean to be noisy. I just decided to do a paper about weird stuff happening around town for school, so I figured I would ask the locals, you know? Get to also know the town a little more than way as well. Huh, is that so? Not a bad idea for a classroom project. I mainly used to talk about whatever the internet thought interesting at the moment. The copy and pasting saved me many summer and boredom and let me in the waves and sand that I love. Alright, I'll help you out. You will? Yeah, plus talking with you beats the paperwork any day now. And it's not like I'm doing anything else right now. The beach is mostly empty anyways. Really, is it empty? You see all the people here? Anyways, I really appreciate it. Thanks a ton. I don't think too much about it. I'll call you in a favor later though. Sounds fair, I suppose. Well, to make it a long story short, I've been noticing people sort of appearing out of nowhere lately. What do you mean? Well, think of it this way. My whole job is the lifeguard duties, right? A lot of times I stay on the tower observing the crowd as I make sure nothing is wrong. I take my job quite seriously and even say I'm damn good at what I do. I can stop people trying to sneak around and try to bother girls or take pics of them without their consent better than shark can smell blood in the ocean. Hell, I can even spot you forgetting to take off your clothes when you enter the beach area, even when I have my back turned to change rooms. I'm damn good at what I do and taking care of the people on my beach. So when people I didn't even know come into the beach start just suddenly appearing out of nowhere, I know something is wrong. Sounds like you've been dealing with it for a while. It happened from time to time that I didn't pay too much attention to it. I figured it was just distracted or let my mind wander too much out of boredom. But lately, I seem to turn around for a second or two, and when I look back there, 3 more people in the water come out of nowhere when I counted just 6 before. Dang, that does sound freaky. Not to mention a huge potential risk as a lifeguard. I mean, what good is a lifeguard who doesn't even keep track on how many people are in the water or isn't paying full attention to it? My biggest fear is someone's drowning or getting injured because of it. Maybe I need to get glasses or something, perhaps hire some extra help to keep me focused. I'm sure you'll think of something. I know you're a damn good lifeguard, so I doubt anyone is going to be in danger with you around, even if they appear out of nowhere. That's sweet of you to say. Thank you for believing in me, John. Easy to do. Aww. Well, mushy stuff aside, I hope that helped you out with your report thingy. It definitely did. I tried talking to Sam at the mall about it, but he went to rambling about doppelgangers and I kind of walked away quietly. He's a nice guy and all, but he kind of creeps me out. No one can blame you for that. Still doppelgangers? Those monsters look exactly like you. And probably if you meet your copy, it will try to kill you and take your place or something. I kind of zoned out once he bombarded me with the whole explanation. Still, I don't want to imagine a copy of myself coming out of the water and coming to kill me. I have enough to worry about it as is. Coming out of the water? Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. People just show up in the water out of nowhere. Is that so? Well, thanks again, Violet. It was a big help. Glad I could help. Keep in mind, you owe me a favor though. Now, if you excuse me, I have to get back to paperwork. Talk to you later, man. Do you remember to keep your cute nudist ass on beach perimeters? Okay? You had to bring it up again, didn't you? Just make sure you follow the rules. And hopefully that's it. Let me just go back. Let me go to the beach. I mean the map. I think I have enough info. I could keep looking or go back home and go over things. Head back home and let's investigate. Oh dang, I can't even go to my bedroom. Well, those are all my options available. I just hope that Edward keeps his word and that manages to bring out something from the cameras. Hope that wasn't all for nothing. I should also wait for Jacob's call. Hopefully he manages to win Effie over for me to fix this with her. John, are you home? Yeah, Mrs. Smith. I just got here. Good. Do you have any plans for dinner tonight? Nothing at the moment that I know of. Why? Because we're apparently having some now. Oh, are we going out or got invited somewhere? Or are we going to celebrate someone's birthday out of the blue or something? Nothing of the sort, actually. Then what's the occasion in that case? It's your father. He just called me out of the blue asking for us to have a family dinner all together. Did he get a promotion or something? We haven't had one of those in forever. Much less one dad is present. He didn't say, but he did mention he had an announcement that he wanted you to hear specifically. He even asked me to go full out and prepare him some of my homemade lasagna because he didn't take time for preparation and time to make and isn't a total chore for me, which is why I really make it. Not a family reunion you wanted, huh? I swear to God, he has me about to explode. I still haven't been able to talk to him about the whole alarm system thing, much less about everything he has been doing lately. Now, he just calls out of nowhere and demands me to make dinner for him. Treat him like nothing is wrong and expects me to be a good 50s housewife without complaining about it. He is walking a very thin line here, and he keeps playing chicken with the edge. He can bring all of this to his face tonight. You know that neither Jane and I have any intention to keep quiet about all his BS if you give us a chance. There's plenty we have to say to him. I think him getting some consequences for his action is well deserved by now. Best not for now, John. He is already hostile as hell. But if he is bombarded with all of our frustration the moment he comes home, I'm genuinely afraid what he'll deal. This can't continue, Mrs. Smith. I know. But for now, let me handle it the way he doesn't completely tear us apart. I'm tougher than you think, you know. We had this conversation already, but I still don't like it. I know you want me to trust you and all, but what if you get hurt? How am I supposed to live with myself if he hurts you and we're not able to stop him? Don't pretend the possibility doesn't scare you too. Of course it does, but it's because the possibility of him lashing out at you or your sister which has me even more scared than being scared for my own safety. I'm asking you to trust me on this despite your own fear. This is my duty as your landlady to protect you guys, not the other way around. That really isn't making me feel any better about all of this whatsoever. I know it doesn't. I'm sorry. I really wish I could say anything that would get you to trust me. But for now, this is all I have. Mrs. Smith, it will all be okay, I promise. I know he may seem to be about to cross that one line, but I also want to trust that there is still a little piece of a man I knew before all of this. How can you be so sure about all this? Why keep giving him chances? Because something must be wrong for him to be like this. Besides, you never know. Who's to say you won't have a similar unexplainable behavior out of nowhere? Where you put yourself in danger or do something you have never done before. Like going around nude after disappearing for a whole day perhaps. I know, but still, wouldn't you be hoping someone gives you a chance to redeem yourself afterwards? Even if it's the second, third, or fourth chances afterwards? I'm not planning on that thing happening again, you know. I do, but if it does happen, I have to be there to give you the chance to fix things. Call me naive or stupid if you want, but, well, that's just the kind of woman I am. As long as that one line, that tiny little line of the sand, in this case, him becoming actually violent at us being the line. As long as that line isn't crossed, then I'll keep him from... Wait, I'll give him a chance for him to fix things. We are only human, and we all deserve a second chance. It's the choice who makes us who we are. And we can always choose to do what's right. So, I'll still offer him a chance to fix things. I see. Everything will be okay. I promise. Whatever happens, at least Jane and you and I are together. So I know we can move on from anything that may come. Look, just be here and I'll try to have a nice dinner for me, okay? It is still lasagna, and it's going to be good. Whatever he wants to bring up to you, just take it and we'll figure out how to deal with it later on. That and just promise you're not going to grow up to be like him. That you won't treat those who love you like a doormat whenever you feel like it. You still have a good head on your shoulders, so don't ruin that image of the people who depend on you. Of course, Mrs. Smith. I don't ever want to be anything closer to what he's becoming. I promise. Good. Okay. Will you help me with dinner? I really need an extra pair of hands due to the short notice. Guys, I just got a really cool epiphany, I guess. I think we might get replaced by the other John of the other world. But I guess we might have an opportunity to fight back so we don't get to change. Maybe. And maybe Mr. Smith might not be ours Mr. Smith, too. So, just a thought. Maybe, just an idea. I won't leave anything too difficult, I promise. Sure, Mr. Smith. You don't even have to ask. Thank you, John. I love you. I love you, too. I still don't think it's a good idea. I know, honey, I know. Look, just focus on eating. Don't take anything he says too personal. If he does say anything, and I'll handle the rest, okay? I just want to make sure that it's on the record that I was against all of this if he does make a show or it turns out to be a disaster. Noted. Though, I don't think that'll help a lot right now. I'm home. Wow, it smells terrific all the way from here. Feels like a good old day, doesn't it? Why, you promiscuous prick? Shh. Nothing like coming home from hard-working day of routine. Been a while since I managed to come home to a nice meal with my family, hasn't it? Sorry about that, everyone. Getting used to the new job and tasks has been quite a huge problem for me, especially when it comes to the stress. I see. Fascinating. Yeah. Well, I see the mood here has also been quite dim lately. How about we start eating then? So, John, yeah? How are things at university? Have you been focusing on your studies? Yeah? Things been good, I suppose. Good. I expect you to be aiming for the top of your class in order to pay up for the little stunt you pulled off. You better be focusing on your books in order to keep yourself under our roof. Yeah, thanks, I know. How are we changing the subject? I think John had enough of the lecture for now. Well, he better keep it together. I had trouble at work because of it, so I feel justified in the need to remind him that his action affects the whole family. I'm aware, Dad. Thanks, I knew it. He is your dad, I knew it. Anyway, how's the dinner? John helped me make it, so I managed to get it out in time. Oh, it's great, Mrs. Smith. No complaints here. Yeah, happy I could help out. It came out really good. It's fine, I guess. Seriously? Come on, dude. Just fine? I see. I guess I'll try to make it better next time then. Good. That was just... prick. Did you say something, Jane? No. Nothing at all. Just try to get a bit of something off my teeth. I see. Didn't you say you wanted to bring something up with John? Ah, yes. I was just getting to that. If you could just give me a few moments to finish on my plate, I would have got into it. I figured it would have been nice to take a moment with my family before getting straight to business. I am sorry. Don't be Mr. Smith? Excuse me. Don't be Mr. Smith. I was just asking you. I was about to ask the same thing. What was it you wanted to ask? Better spit it out now. Right. Say, John, do you happen to have a job? A job? Well, yeah, kind of. I assume you know by now, but I do a part-time at the mall and all. So I was right. Nothing important. What the fuck, dude? Well, I wouldn't call it that. Doesn't matter. There is a position open for an intern at the company, and I will be having you apply. What? You heard me. I moved some strings there to allow you to apply. I want you to get the first-hand experience on what a real job is like. Plus, this way I can keep it in my sights and ensure you are out of other ways of your shenanigans. Do I get a say on this? I don't remember asking your opinion. So no. I remind you, John, John is still in education. He can't just drop to that to become a full-time intern at a company. Plus, don't you need to fit a certain amount of criteria to even apply as an intern? What makes you so sure he will be accepted in the first place? As I just said, I moved some strings and managed to get you basically in already. And don't flatter yourself. You will mainly be doing pencil pusher work and moving around the office with paper and coffee. We have an influx of work, so the fact that interns are needed for this sort of thing is a priority. I'm still not about to just drop my studies for this. It is a part-time thing, for the most part. It will be after school, however. The days you do have to work you will be staying there until 9. Because that is supposed to make it better? What about the coursework or all my other stuff? I can't just drop it all because of you. It is a temporary arrangement. Don't be such a cryberry. Besides, what could be so important in your life right now that you ignore an opportunity like this? Oh my goodness. My bad, guys. Wait, let me go back. The opportunity to gain the position in a big company and make something of yourself. Maybe I don't need Maybe I don't need a position to... what's wrong with me? Maybe I don't need a position in a big company to make something of myself. And I thought you told me to be focusing on studies. I'm still expecting you to. But since all you do afterwards is run around and waste time, you may as well prove yourself useful to me. And what if I don't prove myself useful to you? You would regret it deeply. Don't you threaten him. You stay out of it, Missy. You're already in a thin line of not having a proper job to begin with. You refuse to speak of it, so how do I know you're not whoring yourself off on the streets? That's... Alright, everyone calm down, right this instant. Look, mister, you're not going to just come in here and talk bad about the children after being missing for months. So easy or you are sleeping outside. Do not test me. Alright. No need to bite my head off, jeez. But you have to admit it is a huge opportunity for you, John. Are you really going to tell me it is wise to let go to waste because he prefers to waste his time with those friends of his? However John decides to spend his time is not a waste. I will not allow you to talk down to him like that. That being said, it is a big opportunity for him, but your way of informing about it is terrible. And don't you dare talk like that about Jane again either. She is a grown adult and she doesn't need to tell you anything if she is not comfortable with it. You're going to respect her boundaries, or the Lord as my witness I will fix that attitude of yours the hard way. Thanks, Mrs. Smith. Yeah. Alright, woman. I told you before, I get it. Well, back to the important topic. You'll be taking this job, mister. You haven't received your punishment for your action from me, and that's the end of the discussion. Peachy. Watch that attitude when you are at work. You're already getting a load off by working only part-time, like a good-for-nothing, rather than experiencing the full day of work. But maybe acting like a man and seeing what the real world is like will force you to grow up, becoming a whole other person even. Right. I feel like he's gonna send us to another dimension or something, or get it replaced. So I have no choice in the matter here, do I? The paperwork is done, so no. Fan-freaking-tastic. Anything else you're signing me up for against my will? Keep that up and I'll send you to the military, though I doubt you will be of much use even there. Where being a man actually matters. Enough! I swear you're going to give me a migraine or something. John, just try it for a couple of days. You're a grown man, so I won't force you to stay if you don't like it, but at least try it so your father will stop with this nonsense. Fine, but only because you asked me to. Thank you. Good. It's about time you learned some respect here. bending over for to your superiors like a good bitch. Holy shit, you'll be fine in the job. Okay, you know what? Enough, both of you. You have something to say, boy? Be ready to face the consequences of whatever it is you're about to come out of your mouth. Oh, don't worry, I've been saving a good chunk of what I have in mind to say to you for a while. Don't you two dare. That's it. I can't take it anymore. Why do we even agree to this in the first place? This whole dinner was a mistake, and this jackass still has the ball to insult to our faces and demand stuff from us? Sweetie, no. Watch your tongue now. You're lucky you're still able to leave under my roof to begin with. She is more welcome here than you asshole. This man treats us like shit for our whole stay here and now wants us to shut up and take the BS coming out of his mouth? Well, I want no part of it. It's already enough of a pain to deal with this lies and BS while he's not here. So, to also have to listen to him. I'm sorry, Mrs. Smith, but fuck this and fuck him. I'm out. That's right. Go and hide in the room I paid for you. Your worth is good for nothing. Shut up. One more thing, I swear to God, one more thing out of your mouth, and you won't step a foot inside this house for as long as I live and breathe. Good. You still are sensible enough to know not to cross my limit. John, you're going to give this whole thing of working at the robotics companies a chance. You're taking his side? Quiet. You're taking only for sake of opportunity. But if your father tries to be a smartass or cross the line with you, I want you to head straight home and let me know. What's the whole point of being what's the whole point of being to help him grow up if you are going to keep babying him? I told you to keep quiet. I'm getting so sick of you. I am this close to getting a lawyer on the matter and start talking about divorce. Is that what you want? You already spent all of your time out. For all I know, you're a fucking whatever lazy limp dick manages to convince a pity fuck. So you better keep up your mouth shut before you're living in the single life in your late 40s. Why you? I'm not playing games here. I'm getting so sick of you, I'm starting to wonder why I even saw you in the first place. So shut up your mouth before I kick you out. John, I'll make sure that doesn't take up all of your time, but I do want you to give it a shot. As I said, it is your punishment, but it's fair you also get the chance to make something good out of all of this. Even if it's just temporary. Once it's decided it's enough, you can let it go and go back to normal. I'm not going to let this affect your studies either. Your father has made enough of a mess as it is already, but he is not about to ruin your education. So please, do this for me. You'll be busy with other stuff around the office, so you won't be tolerating your father either. I won't even ask you to carpool or anything, much less get along. Does that sound unfair to you? Please. I'll give it a shot. Just keep this asshole away from me and Jane. I will, I promise. Now go to your room, take your plate along with you if you're still hungry. I'm going to tell your father a lot now, so you may want to use your headphone for a bit. Okay, night, Mrs. Smith. Call me if you need help. Oh, don't worry, I will not. There's still some noise coming from downstairs. Oh man, that was quite the scene. You guys know what I mean. So pedestrians. I think this is a good stopping point after all. I think we completed with our objective, right? Head to your brain. Yep, we completed our objective, guys. So nice. So this is actually a really good stopping point and a break for me from all the reading. Gosh, my throat cannot take it. So pedestrians, this will be the end of part 25. I think this is 25. If you want to see more of a town uncovered, hit that notification bell to keep you updated. Don't forget to like and subscribe so I'll help you make more content of this game and maybe other games in the future as well. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a lovely and special day. And I'll see you all in the next part. Later, everyone.